Ancient ruins. System notice. Connection to spirit guide has been lost temporarily. System, how long will it be before I'm connected back to my spirit guide, Salmon? After waiting for a few seconds for an answer, I was disappointed, not receiving one. But the system never really communicated with me anyway. Taking a look around, I noticed a seemingly large tree in the distance. My interest was piqued, and so I began walking towards the tree. As I walked, I noticed that flowers whose color were as deep of a red color as blood was starting to bloom behind me. The sight was beautiful. The scene behind me inspired me to want to create something similar. I had never questioned it before, but always found myself having a wide range of knowledge on various subjects, and yet I couldn't even remember who I was. At the start, I set aside a new realization for later. As I was getting closer to the right tree, I saw in the distance. Getting close to the tree, I plucked one leaf from one of the branches of the tree. The leaf was in all white color, but had golden colored characters in the middle of the leaf, just like the other leaves. What then surprised me next was then the one golden character on the leaf that I failed to understand. What it said suddenly became easy to read. What read on the leaf was A. A? Salmon. At this moment, I was confused as to what to do. I had no clues about what to do next. I started to pluck off more leaves in order to see if they contained any more golden characters. And after a while, I was able to piece it together. With 17 leaves lined up, each leaf have a different golden character written on it. I was able to find the clue I was been hoping for. Press your hands on the ancient tree of gods. The ancient tree of gods, Solomon said. Moving forward towards the tree, I extended my arms towards and pressed my palm against the smooth white tree. I started to feel some type of suction force, and I was built inside of the tree before I could even react. Regaining my composure, I looked around, and to my surprise, I seemed to be in some sort of ruins. Looking at the towering walls behind me painting of gigantic figures were seen. Those colossal looking figures gave out the feeling of the power, and then inside their bodies were thousands of plants. Walking forward, my surroundings started to become dimmer and dimmer until I was completely in the darkness. I was contemplating whether I should turn back or not. I had the feeling that doing so was no longer possible. Ding. You have entered the ruin of gods. Ding. Your rank has risen by one due to the large amount of spiritual energy in the area. I continued forward at a slow pace, not knowing what to expect next. I am you, and you are me. I continued forward at a slow pace, not knowing what to expect next. I don't know how much time has passed since I've started walking, but it couldn't have been long, right? With no obstacles ahead of me, I kept walking, step after step. With no destinations to go towards, I have no choice but continue forward. And with every step I took, I could feel the spiritual energy getting powerful every step. Ding. was increased by 2 due to the large amount of spiritual energy in the area. Ding. What chakra unlocked? What chakra? I have to ask Spirit Guide what the root chakra is later. Proceeding forward down the seemingly never-ending path, I started noticing strange things that would catch my eye for a split second. For instance, as I was walking, I swear I noticed a blue light on the corner of my eye. Even felt something grabbing my shoulders. When I turned around, I saw nothing but darkness. I don't know what was happening. I had an inching feeling that I wasn't simply just seeing things. Walk, walk. Every step I took, I started to feel already dark room become even darker. The deeper I went, rumble, rumble, rumble. The ground below my feet began to shake, as if an earthquake just occurred. And to my surprise, the spiritual energy in the area started to become intense. I could feel the cooling energy enter my body at an extreme fast speed. Ding, ding. Spiritual energy is being saved for further use. Then a large amount of spiritual energy being absorbed. Rumble, rumble. What is happening? Someone asked. As the ground shook, the light revealed itself in front of me. In the far distance, I walked, and then I ran. I was ready to leave her as fast as possible. As I got closer to the light, I started to feel the same suction force I felt when I didn't know. I hesitated. I didn't know what to expect this time. I was against being brought back to that void that I finally escaped. I'm not sure how the void was beneficial to me, but the only thing it brought me was silence. Continue? What was that? Spirit Guide? Are you back? Said someone. Walk forward. No one was around me. I didn't know where the voice was coming from. It was as if somebody was speaking to me in my mind. The voice gave me a warm and familiar feeling. It was clear that the voice was from a male, which was why it was interesting to me. Why a male voice was warm and soft and not overbearing or aggressive. The suction feeling became even stronger. I realized whenever I wanted to or not, I would have to continue walking forward. I prepared myself mentally and walked closer and closer to the light. What the elf? Said Salmon. A giant hand appeared out of the light, reaching out to grab me. Resistance was useless. Understanding the fact I couldn't escape, I let myself be pulled into the light quickly. Stars, planets, and giant man figure floating in the air. Those three things were what entered my sight, after being pulled into whatever this place is. It was like I was in space. This place wasn't a void, but a universe. Planets that were of the brightest color, stars, big or small, all shined with the same blinking light. The floating figure I mentioned before was unmoving. He didn't speak, but I felt a familiar connection to whatever this figure was. You're finally here. Who are you? Said Solomon. I am you, and you're me. Are you trying to say we are the same person? Said Solomon. Yes, But not as simple as that, said Old Solomon. What does that even mean? Said Solomon. Let me show you. The figure that was claiming to be me extended his hand, resting it on the top of my head. What are you? Said Solomon. Love. With the disappearance of my earlier surroundings, I now find myself looking at what seems to be fragments of my memories. Little shards of glass floating around me, and within them there contained scenes and scenes that I recall myself being part of. Are you wondering what exactly it is you're seeing right now? Said he. The voice from the same individual who claimed to be me could be hearing surrounding where I was standing. Who are you exactly? And why did you bring me to this place? Said Solomon. I have already told you this already, and to answer your question, this place is your memory space. I'm sure your spiritual guide has told you this already, but you sent yourself on this journey in order to test yourself, he says. Wait, then how exactly are you talking to me if you're me? I am you, which means that I exist within you. I am you, and you are me. We aren't two different entities, we are whole. In a sense, I'm part of you that remembers everything, and yet, in a way, you're disconnected. This is all difficult to explain to you at the moment, but when the time is right, you'll come to understand what exactly I'm trying to say. And what that time comes, you will truly be on whole. Even this knowledge, all this, how long will it take for me to get to that point? That's something you'll have to decide. But for now, that is still too far away. So what happens from here? I brought you here so you can pick which lost memory would you like to remember. Take your time and choose. Once you're done, we'll be going back to the void. Alright? Knowing that all the glass shard around me all contains some of the precious memories, it made me one incredibly hard choice. I knew standing around wouldn't solve my current situation. I had to pick something, right? Why was this so hard? Something that appeared to be incredibly simple actually caused me the most internal suffering. Fush. My intention was suddenly pulled towards the green light that just flew past me. What is this? Walking closely towards the small green light, I realized quickly this was one of my memories, but why was it green? Unlike the rest, which was bright white, the word love was the first thing I seen on this shard as I got closer. Love, love. I have to pick this one. The shard came closer and closer to me, and then forced its way into the center of my forehead. Love, Salmon. Ding. Starting. Ding. Love. And then everything was white. And that was chapter 8. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you all next time.